Here is something that makes me genuinely angry. Most people spend their 20s assuming they will figure out investing later. Then they turn 35, look at their bank account, and realize later arrived without them. But here is what nobody tells you. Starting at 35 is not a disadvantage. Done right, it is actually a setup for something most 25-year-olds will never build, because by 35 you have something young investors almost never have. Real income. Actual income to put to work. If you are 35 right now with almost nothing saved, I want you to hear this number clearly. You still have 30 years until traditional retirement age. 30 years of compounding. And at a 7% average annual return, which is roughly what broad index funds have delivered historically, every single dollar you invest today turns into about $7.60 by age 65. That is not a rounding error. That is the engine that quietly builds millionaires. Here is the math that most people skip over because it makes them uncomfortable. A 35-year-old who invests $1,500 a month in a simple index fund at 7% annual returns will have approximately $1.2 million by age 65. $1.2 million from $1,500 a month starting today. And the number gets bigger the earlier you start inside that window. But here is where it gets even more interesting. $1,500 a month sounds like a lot, but most people at 35 are spending more than that on things they could restructure. One car payment, one vacation on credit, a few subscription services they forgot they signed up for. I am not asking you to suffer. I am asking you to look at where money is quietly leaving every month, because that is the money that builds the portfolio. The money is already there. It is just not pointed in the right direction. Most people never notice this. The biggest enemy is not starting too late. It is the savings rate trap. People see the word retirement and they think the default contribution to their work account is enough. It is almost never enough. The average American worker contributes around 5% of their income to retirement. At that rate, starting at 35, they will retire with a fraction of what they actually need. The number is uncomfortable. Run it in any retirement calculator. See what it tells you. Here is how to actually fix it. Step 1 is genuinely simple. Find out what you are contributing to your retirement account today. Right now, log in tonight. Most people have not checked this number in years. Then calculate what 15 to 20% of your gross income would look like as a monthly contribution. That is the number that actually builds wealth. Not 5%. 15 to 20. Step 2. Open a Roth IRA if you do not have one. In 2026, you can contribute $7,000 a year to a Roth IRA. That money grows completely tax-free for 30 years. Tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals. The government created this benefit for ordinary people, and almost nobody takes full advantage of it. Step 3. Keep it simple. Total Market Index Fund. Low expense ratio under 0.1%. Automatic monthly contribution. Do not time the market. Do not wait for a correction. Do not wait for a better moment. There is no better moment. There is only the present value of a decision you make right now. I want you to hear this number one more time. A 35-year-old who invests $1,500 a month in a low-cost index fund at historical average returns reaches $1 million by age 61. 4 years before traditional retirement age. 4 years of options. 4 years of knowing you do not have to take a job you hate. That is what this is actually about. Here is what nobody tells you about building a $1 million portfolio after 35. It is not a miracle. It is a math problem, and the math is entirely on your side if you start now. The market does not care how old you were when you started. It only cares how long your money stays in. The people who retire with real options are not the ones who made the most money in their 20s. They are the ones who made a decision at 35 and did not look back.